Hello. Just trying to get everything set up now. Yes, I am. There I am. It's all right. Adjust that a little bit. There is a bit of a delay. Everything's working. It's working. It's working. There we go. Just going to wait for some more people to come on. Is the audio all right? Let's just. Should be coming through the speakers. Just waiting for some more people to come on. Let me share it. Let's share it to the group. Hello, Wayne. How are you? Trying to share it. We are. There we go. Share that. So, how's everyone's Wednesday? This sunny day. I suppose I would have thought most people would be outside today. It being warm. What's going on there? Get a bit quiet. Sorry. There we are. So, any news on the Terminator build? Yeah, okay. So, I've got my issue 58 today. Still waiting for issue 57. It's every 2 weeks now. So the next issue, this was last week's issue. Next issue is next week, not this week, because I also picked up the Root Master magazines today as well. Oh, there we go. So that was 2 weeks ago, and this was this week. It's alternative, so I'm still going to get a magazine. So it's a good job I've got the news agents. But yeah, that's that. In regards to deliveries, they're still running as normal, apparently. When I emailed them, they're still running as normal. So if you subscribe, you should still be getting it. The news agents issues are still coming out, as I can see. But it says due to current contents, publication on sale dates are subject to change. That's what that little sign says there. There must be something in the magazine. Just to show you. In here. That's plastic, by the way. That bit there, that's plastic. though we've probably thought that anyway. Doesn't appear to be anything in the book to say, but it's on their website. Anyway, that's what's coming with issue 59, which is next week. There we go. So just through that there. Oh, I'm just going to get something because it's rather annoying me. Sorry about that. But yeah, as far as I'm aware, there's nothing changing in the delivery schedule. It's still running as normal. So that's what I've heard. Just going to open this window. A second. There's a fly in here. Just trying to get out. So yeah. So if you subscribe, you should still get your issues. But I think there's a bit of a delay, a little bit of a delay. And obviously Royal Mail is still delivering. But the news agents are running fine. Like I said, I've got able to pick up this one fine. So there's that. Like I said, so I've got some bits to crack on with. So I'll be doing those two there. I won't be doing a Terminator video because I haven't got issue 57, so I can't. But yeah, I will be doing those two. I've done an order yesterday for Eagle Moss. So yeah, issue 52 is my last. Have to wait until my news agents reopens. Yep. A lot of us are in that boat. I'm lucky enough to have a news agent that's opened. But they didn't get issue 57 in. They're still waiting for that, so I don't know what happened there. But yeah, those came today. But yeah, yep. I know some WH Smiths are closed, and I know some news agents are closed too. But yeah, 56 was my last one. This lot here is the first magazines I've had in 3 weeks. 3 weeks. Yeah, and I've got issues 2, 3, 4, and 5 of the XO1 build coming from Eagle Moss. Hoping to have that here tomorrow, so I'll end up doing those builds as well. And put up a video once a day, but this should keep me going. I'm hoping next week to get 2 Terminator builds issues, my 57 hopefully, and issue 59. So next week, next Thursday. Yeah. Now, yeah, I don't really know. On the website, on Hachette's website, there is hang on, let me see if I can actually put it up. There's a list of issues of when they're coming out, where they've been amended. So I'm just going to pull it up now. So yeah, as long as you can still see me, I'm just going to pull this up. So it's under their frequently asked questions. So you go on their website. If I can just pull it up a minute. It's under the HachettePartworks.com. I'm going to see if I can mirror image share. Just going to try and see. Let's share that. So I don't know is this coming up? Hopefully it's coming up. There we go. So it's coming up, right? So we're on Hachette's website. So we come down the bottom here, and we come over to where it says frequently asked questions, just at the bottom here. So if I click that, it says obviously about what's going on, and down here, down the bottom, it gives you a list of all the sale dates that are coming out, and the Route Master. This section just here. So I'm moving the mouse over. I will highlight it. So this is my section that I get. And as you can see, issue 58 on the sale on the 1st. The next one, issue 59, is on sale on the 15th. So that's next week. So last week was issue 58. Next week, this week, there's nothing. But the Route Master is when I get this week. So I only get one issue a week now. And that is my daughter just coming back in from being out in the garden. You want to say hello, Safe?
How do you do that?
Well, you just come over that.
Okay.
Okay. Are you playing?
Right.
Yeah, I opened the window so it can get out. I'm trying to get it out. They're so shitty, aren't they?
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, so as you can see there, they're alternative, but the dates are all on there. So if you clicked anything from them, as you can see, all of their subscriptions are on there, so you can find out exactly where it takes. But it's one issue every 2 weeks, right up until June. Though with what's going on, you might expect that to probably go on a little bit longer. But yeah, so the issues are alternative for me. But you can go on there yourself and see that. But that was it. That's sort of how stuff's happening. So yeah, yeah. So issue 58 is this week. Yeah, there's 58. Last week, should I say? Get that straight. So last week there was no Terminator issue this week. This week's issue for me was issue 111 of the Route Master. So I've been unable to get to my news agents and was able to get there today and get them all. So that was it. So I thought it was trading up. But yeah. So yeah. So at the moment. So yeah, if you collect anything from Hachette, that if you go on, like I said, the frequently asked questions there, like I just pulled it up here. Hang on a second. Yeah, so like I said, all of their issues are on there. You've got the Bismarck as well. Bismarck are the same day as the Terminator build. The Route Master is alternative, so they come out the weeks the Terminator doesn't, if you know what I mean. But there it is, just there. It's easy enough to get and read stuff. But yeah, there's that. If your Eaglemoss are running perfect on subscribers and deliveries, within the news agents, I think they're doing. They normally run fortnightly. Their issues in the news agents, obviously, their XO1 build. I don't know what's happening with that, but I'm collecting that from the web shop. But their issues that they get every 2 weeks, they're coming every month now, and there's a little bit of a delay in subscribers as well. They have to wait a little bit longer, but their service is still running as normal. Like I said, I ordered some bits yesterday, and they should be here tomorrow. I rang them up this morning to find out, and they said it should be here tomorrow. So they're still running fine, and I do believe the Agostini are also still running fine as well. I'm not too sure on their shops, but I would expect that there'd be a delay on those as well. On the delay there for that, but the parts that we get, if you want to, should we go through this issue 12? What do we get in issue 12 of the Route Master? I don't know if you can actually see that. Let me just pull that up. It's the back upper panel and destination board. So I don't know. Where's the camera? There it is. Can you see that? So that's be interesting. Now I know someone put on one of the Facebook groups that you'd be able to change the destination board on the sides and back. I don't really know how that's going to work. I think it's just going to be single piece, but we'll find out how that works when it comes. But yeah, basically we just get these front two sections just here, the corner sections. So as you can see, it's just the same as we had in the previous issue. Basically, you've got two side panel bits there. But yeah, the weather's looking really nice. Shame we actually can't go out and enjoy it, but the garden ones has to do. But yeah, Yeah, if you have a garden, well done, Sophie. Yeah, if you have a garden, though you can still get out for exercising and stuff. But yes, just gone a bit slow on the old part works at the moment. I think one, because we're in the middle of the builds and they tend to be a bit sort of okay, we're trucking along now, but also of what's going on. But yeah, it looks to the Terminator one. Looks like we're just getting. It says assemble parts of the lower limb, so we're now getting issue 59 will be part of the lower part of the leg that we're working on at the moment. So like the calf area. That's the bit there. 2 screws and 2 black screws as well now. No, there we go. So it looks like a cover and stuff like that. That's what's coming in issue 59. I'm hoping to do the videos on them. They'll be here on YouTube. But obviously the Route Master is over on our Facebook page. So the link is down below in the description there. If you want it. No more information on the Hogwarts Express neither at the moment. Last time I spoke to them, they said the website should be working, but it isn't. They said they've passed that information over to their IT department to find out why. It's because it's not been released yet. I already know why. But they said it should still be working, even though it's not been released or come out yet. So we still don't know what it looks like or anything like that. Obviously, we know how many issues there are, and we've got the link for the website. It just isn't working. So, but yeah, how's everyone else doing, coping, and everything else? What's going on in the world today? Yeah. So I hope everyone's doing well, and no one's sick at the moment. So that's what we like to see and hear. Is that you know, we're all keeping safe and stuff like that. But yeah, the parts are here as well, actually, for the bus. So I'm just going to wreck everything. Just show you. So, there we go. So there's that part. And there's that part. We've got the left and the right side of the front. They're there. I know someone said about the canopy being this section just here. Apparently it's supposed to be sort of circular instead of just a straight line for the canopy. I don't know if that's right or not. I will do. Yeah, I will. Have a nice day. Yeah, it was just a quick on here, basically, just to see how everyone's doing and how everyone's getting on and stuff like that, and the updates. Sophie.
You want me with? That's so you kind of see me out.
Yeah. Okay. But yeah, so that's them. I'll be cracking on with them probably today and get a video out at some point. But yeah. Wasn't that safe?
Me, I want to be a YouTuber.
I know.
And I've been
I think your
practicing.
sister's upstairs on the computer.
I've been practicing anyway.
Oh, have you? Okay.
On Minecraft, The Sims.
I know. You want to be a gaming YouTuber, don't you?
I'm not a building YouTuber.
Oh, okay.
That's funny.
So yeah. That's what's going on here. Whatever's going on. But yeah, it's just a normal day, normal Wednesday. stuck in. At least I've got some bits to do now. At least I've got something to do. I'll have some more coming tomorrow. I was expecting it today, but then I would have had a bit more to talk about. But yeah, would have had a bit more to talk about. But yeah, some more bits here. Yeah, got those two to do. Terminator I can't do because I was expecting there to be 2 issues, but there's only one. That's what it is. Let's have a look at the part. Some people have got it already, but that's it. That section just there. Plastic. Got a blemish on it. Well, I'm going to keep that there because it looks. I don't think you could notice, and even if you are, Terminator isn't factory built, is it really? But I don't know if you can see that. Just here. There. Don't matter. It don't matter. But yeah, I think that goes on the inner thigh section or the outer, somewhere on there. But I can't do anything. Let's have a little look actually through the magazine just to find out where stuff goes. Oh yeah, so it goes on the outer section of the thigh. Just there.
I don't remember.
Goes on the outer section. Yeah. And the piston that we obviously build in the other section, and then it finishes up just there. So it doesn't look like there's much to do, but a fair bit. But obviously I can't do that at the moment. I've got no issue 57, so I can't carry on and do that. But yeah. But that's it. That's saw Bloodshot the other night. It was okay, wasn't it? It was okay. That's my wife over there. Just there. No, she's just chilling out on the sofa there. Yeah, she got a text message this week to say that she was in a higher risk group, so she can't go out for 12 weeks now. So she's just playing on her phone, chilling out over there, and stuff. So I have to go out and do all the shopping. I don't mind doing and stuff like that. So that's what I'll be doing over the next couple of days, probably. Weeks. Yeah, weeks. Yeah, so I don't mind doing all that. That's what I'll be doing. That's what's going on here. Not a lot. I suppose there's not a lot going on anywhere else, really. Even the part works, nothing's coming out. Everything's stopped. There was, I think, there was supposed to be obviously the Iron Man build coming out, and the Fast and Furious Dodge Charger. They were supposed to be coming out this year, and I don't know what's happening with either of them now. With all this happening, I don't know what's happened. Whether we'll expect them later on in the year or next year. But yeah, I would imagine they're still coming out. They're just not happening at the moment. Nothing's happening. But yeah. So I might even get my issue 57 in a couple of days. So if that happens, I'll do some videos. Like I said, I've got issues 2, 3, 4, and 5 of the Ecto build, and I'll be doing them, posting them on YouTube. That'd be cool. But yeah, what's everyone else been doing, watching, and getting up to? Like I said, I've been watching more series and films lately than I would have done normally, so I'm catching up on a few things. Pottering about in the garden, as you do. But yeah. Yeah, I don't know what's also happening. I don't know what's happening with Agora neither. as far as I'm aware, there is no no problem with them getting the deliveries out. But as the Terminator is with them, and that's from Hachette, I wouldn't have thought there'd be any sort of update from them yet in regards to that. It all depends if it turns back to normal. I know in China, a place like it's slowly turning back to normal. So we'll have to see how that works. Obviously, there's a lot of flights that are just not happening anymore. So, and that obviously restricts on how much comes in and out. And obviously, with freight as well coming through by the sea and stuff like that, obviously this is causing a bit of a headache for everyone, and not just the partwork companies, but for every single person as well. But yeah, they have, we will finish these models. I've already said that whatever happens, the Terminator will be finished, the Ripmaster will be finished, all of their stuff will still finish. It's just how long it takes. It's going to take a lot longer than it will normally. So we just have to be a little bit patient in regards to that. So yeah, just have to sort of just carry on as normal, I suppose. Just do it. Just carry on with what we've got. Like I said, I've got some things coming from Egomos. I'll be doing reviews on that lot. Spent a bit of money, probably a bit too much money, but I spent enough stuff from Egomos as they're operating still. So, and some bits. So hopefully tomorrow I'll get a big parcel from them. So that'll be cool. I'll do a video on that, I think, as well, like the unboxing of it over on Facebook. So there is a link, I do believe, on this. If you go on the description section, there's a link to the Facebook page. So you can go over onto that. And yeah, just have a nosy. Like I said, I'll do me Route Master over there and all the other ones I post here on YouTube. So don't actually have to go that far for that. But yeah. What's your opinion on Star Trek Picard? Oh, Star Trek Picard. I'm a massive Star Trek fan, as everybody knows. It started off good, and it was really good. It was I just felt the series final was a bit anticlimactic, if you know what I mean. It was just, he's a android now. Oh, it's just normal. He's like normal, so he's got another like 10 or 20 years, and then it's going to pack up. It was just like, oh. that's what Star Trek Picard was. It was good at the start, where we were really excited, and then at the very end, the very last episode, it was like, oh. There was no. We were waiting for this big battle to happen between the Federation and Romulan ships, and nothing ever happened. Nothing ever came of the Borg either. That just sort of seemed to fizzle away. Yeah, it was just sort of like, oh. I probably would have thought that that he was going to become an android anyway, just because of the intro into the series, where it's sort of the piece falls and then lands on his face to complete his face. It just, that sort of ties in with him. It'd be interesting to see if they keep that intro for the next season. But yeah, it was just that the two-part season final. The first part was it just dragged. But yeah, it was just, for me, it was good. I think overall it was a good series, but it just yeah, it was lazy writing and odd finish. Yeah, it was an odd ending. Yeah, for definite. I think they spoiled it because they, before the series had even started, they announced that there was a second season. So before we'd even seen the first series, we knew that we were going to get a second season. So we knew that Picard wasn't going to die. We knew that already. So I think they spoilt it by doing that. I think they should have waited and then announced on like a couple of days after the series finished that there was going to be a season 2. But they announced it before, so it didn't matter what had happened or what was going to happen. Was it was going to continue? And then when they announced in the series that he'd had this sort of brain abnormality, which was a little bit from All Good Things, the TNG final, it mentioned that in that. It was just obvious on that part where they had this empty body. They could put a brain inside, or in essence, a person. It was just obvious then he was going to die, and then they were going to put him in this body. And yeah, it was just a yeah, me too. I've seen a lot of those STO ships from Eaglemoss. They look really good. I'm more interested, like I said, I'm more interested in Discovery ships and the Picard ships. And in regards to the in regards to the Star Trek Picard ships that Eaglemoss are going to do, I don't even know if there's going to be like 10 or 5 even. How many ships did we actually see in the whole series? Not many. And that one surprised me, and two, just I know the Federation ships at the end. It was just like a cut and paste job. I see a lot of things on Facebook about that. That it looked like it was just cut and paste, and there was no variety in that. So I don't, yeah, but yeah, definitely. I've collected some of the Star Trek Discovery ships, but I haven't collected any for a while now. Star Trek Picard, they've said it's over a year away before they come out. So they'll probably come out nearer to season 2, which probably then gives them a little bit more to work with. But I can't think of many ships that are in it, to be fair. The ship they travelled on, Borg Cube, the 3 Romulan ships, and the Federation ship at the end. So, like, 6 ships, 6, 7 ships. That's it. Though I reckon they'll end up doing something. You know what Eaglemoss are like. They'll end up doing a ship that was like a dot in the background, a little dot in the background. They could just about see. Eaglemoss will probably end up doing that as a ship. Oh yeah, you remember this scene? You remember that dot? Yeah, that was actually a ship. But yeah, in the STO ones, it's going to be really interesting how they do them, because, like I said, you can cut the customization on the STO ships is really good. So it's going to be interesting to see if they do other variations, because the Nebula class ship is slightly different than the normal, Star Trek Nebula class. But there's about 6 or 7 different ways you can have that. Even if you follow the same pattern on each one, there's still about 5 or 6 different variations. So I think Eaglemoss could see money signs just appearing there, and just us getting the different variations of every ship and that continuing. But yeah, every time they do a new episode on there, there's more ships, and yeah, it's limitless. I think as long as they keep doing it and Eaglemoss keep selling them, they'll always do it. But it's going to be very interesting when it comes out. And it also seems like they've learned from the other Star Trek one as well, the normal Star Trek collection, as in the Federation ships sell better. So I think out of the first 6 they've announced, I do believe the first 4 are all Federation ships. Well, 4 out of the 6 are Federation ships, and they've got a Klingon one and a Romulan one as well. John Everson signed new ships for STO. Their designs, yeah, because they're keeping within, aren't they? They're keeping within like the design aspect, I suppose. Where before, I think they were just, yes, like I said, some of the designs in it are really good. Some of them are not. But it's going to be really interesting to see if they do things like Discovery and the Enterprise F, considering they've already done them. on their other ones. So it's going to be interesting if they stay clear or whether they bring them out, because they did the STO levy and the Federation levy on their web shop recently. And they've obviously the Discovery ship in it is just the Discovery ship. A lot of the ships actually got the Galaxy class, at the STO ships. They're all in there. So is Eaglemoss going to produce the ones we've not had before, or are they going to just redo the ones we've already got under the STO banner? It's going to be interesting going forward. I think to get people interested, I think for the first 10 or 20 ships, they're going to be different than what we've already got. But yeah, it's going to be good, interesting. They haven't announced specials for that run, but I'm trying to figure out what sort of specials they could do. Just trying to think. Other than the space stations that are in there, I don't really know if they could do any specials for it, if you know what I mean. Unless they just do some of the ships in like a bigger size, which that's what they were doing with the XL ones as well. And the XL ones are finished as well, I do believe. So we've got the Starship Collection finishing, and the XL ships are finishing as well. The last two on that are Discovery and the Shinzo. And then that was it. I think they only announced up to them lot, and then they were going to finish on that. But I think I only have I've only got the Defiant in XL form, just because of the price point. Mrs. Romulan, Scorpion, shuttles. Look. I mean, there's a list longer than my arm of ships they're going to miss out when they get to 180. They said as well. Obviously, I'm on Twitter as well, so Ben's on there, and he said that that they're going to continue the collection, but as a web shop one. So look at, the web shop exclusives now are what, £20 each. That's a big bite, and they won't continue when it finishes. He said there's going to be like a 6 or 7 month gap before they start bringing them out again, and he said they will continue to bring them out as long as people buy them. I think the collection itself is dead, but there is a lot missing. There's a lot missing, hell of a lot missing actually. He also said that when they do bring it back, the ones they've got in mind are from earlier next gen series, like the ones that they've been doing lately for the last couple of issues going to the end, are all from TNG old episodes. So yeah, 20 euro, £20. Yeah, it's a lot. Yeah. That's why I was really bizarre that they done the Assimilated Voyager, which was canon, which should have been in the collection. But there was a lot of these web shop exclusives that they've done that were canon, should have been in the collection, that they never released. They've done it as a special, and they're priced at £19.99, £20. And that's just too high. The price is just too high on that. It's a big ask, and I don't think they're going to get a lot of people buying them. They may do, they may get the odd one or two, but they also know that Federation ships sell, and they haven't got any more of them left, and that's it. Yeah, will be the Borg cube without diecast. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it was announced over Twitter. I saw that, but that's obvious. But it's really interesting how long that they said that they were never going to do that, and then they were like, "Oh, it was always going to be the last one anyway." It's going to be interesting to see it. I've seen the photo, and it looks good. It just looks normally black, so there's no green on it at all. But yeah, I didn't like the paint job on the sphere. It wasn't a very good paint job on the sphere. It looked okay, and it was die cast, but the green didn't look very good on it. When they sprayed the green, it didn't look very good at all. But it'll be very interesting to see what happens with that. But yeah, £20 is a big ask, and I think they're gonna struggle to sell many of them. I think the collection's finished. I think the collection personally is done. Though they've missed out on a hell of a lot. I think it's effectively done. If you've got to end it at 180, it needs to end, and that's it. But yeah, there's still no date for the STO ships to come out. They've announced 6 ships, but they haven't announced when they're due to be released. So though they look good, no one knows what's happening with them. No one knows if they're just going to appear on the web shop or subscription based, or whether they're actually going to release them in the shops. No one knows. No one knows, and that's yeah, it's going to be yeah. The green looks yeah. There's a bit of a delay coming through it, but yeah, the green looks like a splattered effect. It doesn't look very good at all. I know it's obviously what they tried to get. You know, you have something in your mind, and when it comes out, you're kind of like, and I think they probably approved it before that happened. But yeah, but the pictures I've seen of the Borg cube doesn't have any green on it at all. It's just black. So it's going to be really interesting to see. But yeah, it's loads. Like I said, there's loads of stuff coming out for Star Trek as well. I think the bust collection's finished as well. The Archer bust. That's the last one of them. I think they just got personally with I think they just got too greedy, too quick on the Star Trek stuff, because they're just pumping Star Trek stuff out, and it just died. Yeah, I mean, like once again, they could do that special, but I think there's see, one thing they've done is that they've announced up to issue 80, but we also know that there's 2 or 3 more specials to come as well from the standard collection, and they haven't announced what they are. I think one of them is the Soren battle cruiser, because they did the mothership, didn't they? They did Ruffles command ship, but they left out the battleship, and I think that was one that was going to be a special. Yeah, so I think that was going to be a special, but like I said, they haven't announced, and I know there's 3 coming out, but those specials they could probably continue to bring out. But yeah, it's going to be interesting, I think, sort of going forward, what's happening with that. But like I said, I think they got in too deep with the Star Trek. They were like, oh yeah, the Star Trek ships are selling well, or Discovery's selling okay, and then they were like, and then people just went, on spending not only on them, but you also had the graphic novels and the busts as well. And I think it was just too much. It was overload. So I think the novels and the busts just fell at the wayside because they were like something no one ever wanted. It's probably why they've never done the figurine collection, because I know that there loads of people were screaming out for them to do the Star Trek figurine collection, and they never did. And I don't think I wouldn't buy it. I wouldn't buy it. Yeah, missing a lot of the Star Trek Soren ships. Yeah, I think he already said that they were going to bring out the one, but he said the battleship was also going to be a special as well. But I know that there was also talk of them doing the collector as well from there. But once again, I don't know if that would be like a good one or not. I know the battleship would definitely be a good one to get, just because of the sort of a horseshoe design it has. It looks really nice and really good. Too many variants for the missing some sonar ships and Romulan ones. Yeah, I think the scout, the Scorpion fighter, I think is the only one from the Romulan side. I think they're missing. Other than that, I think we got them all. We got the Warbirds. We got the Bird of Prey. We've got the 2 versions of the Bird of Prey, which was in TOS and Enterprise. We also got the drone as well from Enterprise. We obviously got the science ship, the scout ship, the Warbird, and then there was the the shuttle as well, because we also got the Romulan shuttle. I can't think of any other Romulan ships. I'm trying to think now if there was any different Romulan ships. We know about the science one, the scout ship, the warbird, the shuttle. Obviously, we know about the Scorpion shuttle, but it'll be interesting to see if they bring that out as a special, like after it finishes. But I think that and the Klingon ships, I think as well, they sort of done them all. I think they've done all the Klingon ones and all the Romulan ones. I think that's why they started to do the concept versions of them. Because also the scimitar, yeah, they got the scimitar. The scimitar's out. I've got that one. As a special, that came out as a special a while ago now. But yeah, I have that. I think I've done a review on it on YouTube. I think if I didn't, it's definitely on my Facebook page. But yeah, I've done a review on that. It was okay. It wasn't one of their best ones. It was very plasticky. Not a lot of die cast in there. But yeah, I've got that. It is upstairs, but I'm downstairs today. But yeah, I think they've done every Klingon ship, every Federation ship, and every Romulan ship. They also done every Cardassian ship as well. Though I was surprised when they announced the weapons platform. So is that a ship? I don't know if that's even a ship. But that would be along the lines of I'm surprised they haven't done the self-replicating mine from Deep Space Nine. I'm surprised they haven't done that. It's all money at the end of the day, isn't it? But yeah, they did all the variants of the Miranda class. We got the Nebula ones as well. We got every Federation ship that was on screen. I didn't like the Excelsior concepts that we got. We got the free concept ones that were done for the search for Spock, I do believe, and then they were used in background models on Next Gen. But I didn't like them. They released them recently. Archer's toy shuttle isn't really a canon ship, so yeah. Once again, really surprised that they did that. It's a bit like the Captain Proton ship they did. I mean, that doesn't even sit in my collection. It's actually down in front of the TV because it's not in my normal collection. It's just not. It was just a weird design to go with. I just didn't fit. It doesn't fit in with Star Trek, though. I know a lot of people love that sort of 60s era sort of stuff, but for me, it was just like, really. There has been a few ships where they've done that. Actually, there's been a few ones that they've produced where I've gone, really. But yeah, the Captain Proton ship or rocket, I think it's called, was probably, for me, it's probably the worst one that they did in the whole collection. I know some people will hate that, but for me, that was the worst one. But yeah, once again, why have they chosen to do things like that and the Archer shuttle toy? I mean, if they took those two out and then put the simulated Voyager, and why did they decide to put the simulated Voyager as a special, but then put the warship Voyager in the collection? It just didn't make that doesn't make sense. It didn't make sense for me. It was a bit like, I think they'd done it because they knew people would want more. They would want it more, if you know what I mean. So they were willing to pony up the money for that. But yeah, another one as well, which I mean was canon as well, which was the Mirror Universe Enterprise, and both Mirror Universe Enterprises actually. They're both canon, but they made them separate. Same with the Defiant as well. Like when you go through the whole collection, you could have gone, well, they could have easily extended that. The landing version of the Warbird, of the Bird of Prey, sorry, the landing version of the Klingon Bird of Prey, they done as a special. Once again, that's canon. They could have had that in the collection. But yeah, yeah, they've also just, you saying about the Miranda classes, they've just done the concept version of that as well. So, so I think there's like 7 of the ships. I think there's 6 standard ones, which we got in the collection, and the concept will make that 7, I think. So yeah, I think the best ships out of the collection are the first contact ones and the Wolf 359 ships. You know, like is it the Springfield class and New Orleans and all that sort of stuff. They were the best ones. But yeah, Archer's shuttle, toy. It's the toy shuttle. So was it based on? Was it just a toy, or was it based on an actual ship? It was never really explained in the series. And once again, it's in universe information in the magazine is going to be like that. But yeah, once again, it's just one of those things that it's like a filler, but it's one of those ones where it's a bit like, oh, well, no one asked for that. But Eagles seem to do these sort of things where it's like, oh, why did they do that? And it was just a bit like that. But yeah, things that made that the toy shuttle and Captain Proton were definitely ones where I went, really? Yeah, it's just it, I suppose. Just the way it goes. Just the way it goes. But yeah, it's going to be really interesting to find out what else they come up with after it's finished. Like I said, we already know that there is going to be stuff coming out after they've finished. Um, I don't. I know that I'm not too sure how the painting works. I'm wondering if it's all hand painted or not. I know in the newer issues of the magazine, I think they're digitally printed on, and you can tell that by the decals that are on the ships. They're actually digitally put on. I'm going to see if I can get something up actually. I'm going to see if I can get something cut up. Let's get rid of that. And but I'm not too sure. I think it's they're hand. I think they might be hand painted. Do you have any idea how they paint? Yeah, like I say, I'm not too sure, but I know the paint, whatever they do in, and the decals are much better now than they were earlier on. Whether they changed warehouses or production or what, but it almost looks like now they're digitally painted on, so they're like lasered on. That's what they do. They laser the designs on. So I don't know whether they're as well that they're dipped. I just don't know. I thought that they maybe hand painted. I know that the figurine collections that they do, all the figurines that you see on Eagle Moss are all hand painted. I know that, but in regards to their ships, I'm not too sure. I'm just trying to see actually if I can get up some of the. So yeah, let me screen share. I've got itchy nose. Like that. Right. So yeah, there's the Archer's toy one. It's really funny because the date of its release was a while ago, but I've not actually seen one yet. But yeah, you go down here. A lot of these are from TNG actually. Yeah, very surprised that we're getting the other Vidian ship. I would have preferred the Kazon Predator ship, but there's the Borg cube, and actually I can see a little bit of green up the top here. There's a little splattering of green at the top and down the side here. It's also cool down the side here. It's got the circle section for where the sphere comes out of it, which is nice. But yeah, as you can see there, yeah, yeah, I'm not too sure. It might be an ink printer. Like I said, all I know is that all of their figurines they do. So from the Doctor Who, Marvel, the Star Trek busts, and the Walking Dead, and the Alien versus Predator. All those figures are hand painted. Their ships, I'm not entirely sure. Might be ink printed or digitally printed on in some way. Just because they're not. I think earlier on they were normal decals. They're not now. But then thinking about it, if they were hand painted, I wouldn't have thought that they were. If they were hand painted, the window misalignment, as it's a sort of a running joke now, but the window misalignment is like it's just really bad. And I think if it was hand painted, it wouldn't be as bad as it is, if you know what I mean. But yeah, there's the Borg cube. But the Vidian ship, like I said, I would have preferred the Kazon. I mean that. I mean, this warship looks really plain and boring. It looks very plain painted. With that, and then we've got the other Vidian ship. Like I said, I would have preferred the Kazon Predator, but I'm happy to have that as well. But they did say that it would be near the end. It would be very TNG heavy. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, there's 4 ships all in a row there, all from next gen. We've got 5 there. And then we had a lot from Enterprise as well. But like I said, they're missing a load of ships from Enterprise as well. So, but yeah, what is that website? It's cool. Right, okay, so I'll put the website up. I'll put a link. It's Memory Alpha. So if you type in Star Trek, if you type in Star Trek Collection, it should come up. Let me try it and I'll show you. That's what I mean. Okay. So if you just type in, let's get rid of this for a second. Sorry. What's this? Right. Okay. Right. So I'm back now. So if you just I just want to make sure that's coming right. So if you just type in Star Trek Starship Collection, this is how it normally comes up on Google, and it says Memory Alpha. So if you click on that, this is where it is. It's the fandom Memory Alpha, and it's got everything that's ever come out for the Star Trek ship collection, as well as they've got a separate page for Discovery and stuff like that. So, but yeah, it's gone a bit slow at the moment. But yeah, there we go. So yeah, it's got them all, even ones that are upcoming. So you've got the specials here. The gold one, I think that should have been not based as a special. That was the wrong colour. The Vulcan shuttle there, that was a wrong colour for me. That one's just been previewed as well. I don't know if you've seen that one. Cool. So you found it, yeah. So it gives you all the things there. But yeah, I mean, it says still to be confirmed, and we've got 3. So we're probably going to have another 2. But the specials to come out, we've got all the XL ships. But anyway, that's that site anyway. And it's like I said, yeah, I don't with their ships. I don't think they're hand painted, but it'd be interesting to find out. It's one of those things that we're never told about. It's always hush hush, keep quiet sort of thing. But yeah, it's just one of those things I think that happened. But yeah, like I said, I think it might, like I said, ink printed or digitally printed. It's something like that, just because of the way the decals are put on and stuff like that. They don't seem to be normal decals, if you know what I mean. But anyway, I'm gonna go now. I've been rambling on for an hour. So just to summarise, I've got 2 bus builds coming up on the build on Facebook. Ecto 1 is coming tomorrow. I'll do a video on that on my Facebook page, and the Ecto build on YouTube here. But anyway, thank you everyone for watching and shipping in and everything else. Remember to stay in and stay safe, and we'll see you at the next video.